Hi guys. Toyota is hatching a $13 billion plan to market more than 10 electric vehicles globally in the early 2020s. Pretty big money. Toyota's main reasoning behind this pretty big investment is mainly due to global emissions regulations, which are growing more fierce by the year. And Toyota's really pushing the pace of its battery development due to this. In fact, Toyota also means to look beyond current battery supplier Panasonic due to the high levels of volume that it wants to attain. Toyota's also been spurred on by recent industry reports which show that electric vehicle sales have actually increased by 63% in 2017 this year. Other reports go into more detail as well, showing that electric cars will actually account for around 26% of global car sales by 2030. For comparison, this was only around 1% last year, so huge growth predicted in the coming years. So this is essentially an increase in competition for companies like Tesla, who essentially have a sort of monopoly on the electric car industry at the moment anyway. There are other car manufacturers producing electric cars, such as Nissan, Toyota even at the moment with the Prius, Mercedes, etc. But no one really has an expertise in it, especially in battery technology that Tesla have at the moment, and their range is pretty exemplary as well. The competition, interestingly, can come from two angles as well. We have both sort of competition from cars and also competition in potentially also battery technology. That's if Tesla don't decide to sort of collaborate with Toyota somehow, but as I said, the possibility is there, which is really good for consumers ultimately, because it just creates better products in the long run. For example, more competition could lead to better ranges for electric cars, faster recharge times, infrastructure improvements, the list really goes on. So really good for the industry that this sort of very large level of investment is happening. Perhaps most importantly, this increase in competition and production volume could also lead to more accessible pricing for electric vehicles in general. For example, some of you may remember when Tesla first started. They started out with a car called the Tesla Roadster, which is almost a prototype really. It had a really high price. It was quite advanced for the time. And over time, the prices went down as they developed more models. So the Model S was slightly more accessible, but still quite a luxury car. And then all the way through down to today's Tesla Model 3, which is a lot more accessible, but still, it's still quite a high price for the general consumer. And what this news points to is that we may be entering a new age of electric vehicles where they do start to replace sort of market sectors we more traditionally associate with, traditional gasoline engine cars. I think this news also really shows that electric cars are no longer just the wallflowers of the automotive industry, and they're definitely not on the sidelines anymore. Judging by the external pressure from global emissions regulations as well, and reports showing rapid increases in consumer demand for electric vehicles, and now with massive investment from companies like Toyota, it's really clear that electric cars are now beginning to enter the mainstream. Feel free to tell me what you guys think though. Do you think this $13 billion investment is good for the electric car industry, or is it a case of too much too soon? Please feel free to let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching.